So this, if you can see through all the shadow, it's very stiff and I don't know, it's sitting very awkwardly. I now have a grumpy kitty in here, so please ignore her. She just wants attention. Hello and welcome. My name is Janelle and this video is part 2 of making the Monarch Butterfly Sweater. If you haven't checked out part 1 yet, I will leave a link both at the top of the screen here and in the description down below. But just to catch you up to speed, in the first video, I had more or less completed the first half of the sweater. All I really had left to do on that part of it was just to finish the border around the outside of the piece and to weave in my ends. So I have now done that. And this is what it's looking like. And my lighting in here is terrible. So this, if you can see through all the shadow, this is what I've got at the moment. When I was doing the border, I did end up adding a couple of extra rows at the bottom just because, as I mentioned in the previous video, the length is not quite what I was expecting it to be. In doing the border though, I think I must have added a few extra rows on this side because it's looking a little wobbly. But yeah, it's got kind of a ruffle on the one side there. So I don't really want to frog it because I would have to take out the whole border along the top and then the extra rows that I did at the bottom as well. And I don't really want to have to pull that all out. So I'm really hoping that blocking will be a miracle solution and kind of solve all of my problems with this piece. But I am intending this piece to be the back, hoping that the second side will turn out a little better and I can make that the front. So if this is in the back, if it's a little wonky, I'm not too concerned. So I'm gonna set this piece aside for now, seeing as it is done. And I'm gonna start on the second side. And because the second side is just a copy of this side, I'm not really going to check in too much. I'll maybe pop in if I have any particular issues, but I'm basically going to do most of that off camera. And then I'll come back in and walk you through the process of putting the two sides together and blocking and all of that and show you the finished piece. So I will see you in a little bit. Hi, just doing a little bit of a check-in. I have made some progress on the second side. So I'm a little bit over halfway now. That's what I've got so far. Everything is going smoothly. I think I've got a pretty good handle on this now after having completed the first side. So this one's going pretty well. So I'm just gonna continue working away at this. I did, however, want to talk a little bit about this pattern. So I didn't mention it at the beginning of this video, but I did mention this in part 1. But I just wanted to reiterate that this is not my pattern. I did not design this. The designer is called Biyabimi. And I have linked to the listing for this pattern on her website in the description of this video. It's in the description of part 1 as well. So if you do want to make this sweater, please go to her website. Please support her. She put in time and effort to design this. So if you want to make this sweater, please purchase the pattern directly from her. And again, because this is not my pattern, I do not have any rights to the intellectual property. I cannot provide additional details about the pattern. I'm super happy to share my experience making this and to take you through the process, but I can't provide additional details. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, I'm going to continue on with this. And then once I am finished this piece, which hopefully won't take too long, I will check back in with you. So I've now finished the pattern for the second side. So I have my second set of wings done here. And the next step then is to do the border, and it's just the same as the first side. So it's a border of single crochet all the way around this piece. And for this, I'm switching to a slightly smaller crochet hook. So this is a 4mm. And again, because this pattern ended up being shorter than I thought it would, I'm gonna add an extra couple of rows of border at the bottom of the wings. So my black yarn was getting really tangled. I was getting a bit low. So this is all I have left now. So I'm hoping that I at least have enough to get all the way around and finish the border. I don't know that I'll have enough to actually stitch the two pieces together, but I do have other black yarn that I can use for that if I need to. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch the border around this piece, and then I will come back and check in once I'm ready to stitch the two pieces together. All right, so I'm finally in the home stretch with this project. I got the outline done on the second panel, and I do actually still have a decent amount of yarn left, so I should have more than enough to stitch the two sides together. And I managed to get my stitches a little more even on this panel than I did on the first one. So when I added the extra couple of rows at the bottom, it's looking pretty smooth, whereas with the first one, I have this weird kind of wobbly bit on the one side because I think I added too many stitches. But yeah, it's got this weird ruffly kind of thing going on there. But I'm gonna make that side the back, so we'll just deal with that. So the next thing that I need to do is just stitch the two sides together. So it's gonna be from the sleeve up to the shoulder on both sides, and then the sleeve at the bottom down to probably the armpit. I don't know if I want to carry it much further than that. I might just leave it open from the armpit down. I'll maybe try it on at that point and see if I want to take the stitching a little bit farther down the sides, but we'll see when we get there. So I'm going to start by doing the top, and because this is kind of straight across on both sides, it's going to be kind of a boat neck. So I'll have to decide how far up I want to take the stitching. I don't want to leave the neck too open or it's going to slip down my shoulders, but I don't want it so tight that I like struggle to pull it over my head either. So kind of have to find a balance of how far I need to bring this in. So I'm just going to go ahead and start, and then I'll kind of try it on and see exactly where I want the stitching to hit. I also have just a few ends to weave in as well, so I'll do that now too, just to get that out of the way. So yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll start on the stitching, and I'll come back and kind of walk you through what my thoughts are at that point. Okay, so I've got this done up to the first shoulder, so I'm just going to try this on to make sure that the length is okay. Kind of hard to tell when it's so floppy still. Not too bad. It's kind of at my shoulder. I might do a couple more stitches just to close it in a little bit. And again, it's still shorter than I would like it to be. It's kind of just at my hip. So I'm gonna try to stretch it out a bit with blocking, and I think I'm gonna maybe try steam blocking. That's my thought right now. I might change my mind later on. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna keep going with this, close up the shoulder a little bit, do the other side, do kind of the bottom of the sleeves. And it's just gonna be me stitching over and over again. So I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I'll come back and check in and go over next steps. Okay, see you in a bit. All right, so this is what I'm working with. I've got all of the stitching done. And it definitely needs to be blocked, not only for length, but just to loosen up the yarn a little bit. It's very stiff, and I don't know, it's sitting very awkwardly, especially in the back. It's a really weird shape. It's very boxy, it's very wide, but it's also too short. Yeah, so right now I'm not super happy with the fit. The sleeves are also sitting a little bit weird, but I think, again, that's just because the yarn is so stiff right now. Yeah, next step is to block, and I think I'm gonna try steam blocking. I do not have a steamer, but I do have an iron with a steam function. So I'm just gonna grab that, make sure that I have it turned down fairly low because this is acrylic yarn and I don't want to accidentally melt it. I might end up having to actually wet block it. Like, it's a worsted weight yarn and it's 2 layers, so to wet block it, it would take forever to dry, and I don't have a proper blocking mat. So I think steam would be easier in the long run if it works. So we're gonna start with that. And after trying this on, I think the sleeves actually could be a little bit longer. I was thinking they would be too long, and they're okay, but I don't know, it's kind of just hitting me at the wrist, and I wouldn't mind it being a little bit longer. Yeah, hoping I can get a little bit more length out of this. Anyway, let's get to blocking and we'll see how this turns out. So the steam didn't do as much as I had hoped. It did loosen up the fibers a little bit, but not as much as I would like. It didn't really extend the length at all. So I think I'm gonna have to take the spray bottle to it. I don't know that I wanna do a full soak, because with this being 2 layers, that would take days to dry. Again, I also don't really have a surface that I can use to lay it out on, aside from this, or just on the floor, and I don't want to be tripping over it for 2 days. So I think what I'm going to do is just pin it to my ironing board and just do it a bit at a time. So this is going to take a couple of days. I am still not even sure because I can't even get the full width on here, obviously. It's really the bottom that I'm wanting the length in, so I might actually just start with that and see if I can pull this out a bit, because that's kind of the major area that I need to work on. And then if I can get that to where I want it to be, I don't know that I necessarily need to block the rest of it. I'm gonna give that a try, just spray down the bottom and try to stretch that out. And then, yeah, we'll see where we are at that point. So I will probably see you in a couple days. I will check in then. The sweater is now completely done. I did end up going back in with the iron and steam blocking it. I was going to spray it down and wet block it, but I couldn't find my spray bottle. So I decided to just pin it to my ironing board and block it in sections. So I pinned it down, stretched it out, and then just held my iron over it as close as I could without actually touching the iron to the sweater itself. I also had it on an acrylic setting just in case I did accidentally touch it so that I didn't melt it. And then I just kind of slowly went over the whole thing while holding down the steam button. So I had to do it in 6 sections. I did kind of just like the bottom part and then kind of the top half and sleeve on each side, both front and back. So it took a little bit of time. I did each section and then waited an hour or 2 in between just to make sure that the whole thing was cooled down and dry and would hold its shape. And it actually came out really well. I'm glad I did it that way. I now have a grumpy kitty in here, so please ignore her. She just wants attention. Hi, what's up? Anyway, the steam blocking went really well. I would definitely recommend doing it that way, especially if you have a proper blocking setup and can spread out the whole thing and do it all at once. That would be a much faster and easier way to do it. So here's the finished sweater. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. So I was able to actually get, I don't know, maybe like 3 inches in length, something like that. But yeah, it's definitely longer than it had been before I blocked it. Sleeves are longer as well, so they're sitting at a more comfortable spot. They had been kind of just at my wrist before, so they're quite a bit longer too. The drape is much nicer too. It had been really stiff and kind of bulky, especially because of the changes in color. It was looking really bumpy before, so that's all smoothed out now. And then even I had that weird kind of ruffle. I forget where it was now. I think it was this side. It's, oh yeah, it's got a little bit of a ruffle to it still, but it's much smoother than it was before. Like, it's not even really noticeable. So it is still very wide in the body, but that's kind of just the shape that it is. There isn't really much that you can do about it because you need to kind of retain that wing shape. But having a better drape to it definitely helps, because when I had tried it on before blocking, the back was really sticking out quite far. So the blocking has just helped everything to kind of lay flatter. So if you do make this for yourself, definitely block it. I think it is a must. So if you're watching this video to decide whether or not to make this for yourself, my advice would be go for it. I had a lot of fun with this one. It was really fun learning how to do tapestry crochet. I think there is a little bit of a learning curve at the beginning if you've never done tapestry crochet before, but once you get the hang of it, it is really fun to do. And then you end up with a really satisfying final product. So in my opinion, definitely worth doing. Just make sure that you block it. So after making this project, I think I'm a little bit hooked on tapestry crochet, and I'm thinking about designing some of my own patterns. I need to look through what I have for yarn colors and come up with something. I'm thinking I might even try to adapt 1 or 2 of my cross stitch patterns. They both use a square grid, so I think that would translate pretty well. So if you would like to see more tapestry crochet projects from me, just leave a comment in the description down below letting me know. I would also like to mention that I have opened up channel memberships. So if you would like to support my channel, you can just go to the main channel page and there should be a button there that says join, and that will allow you to view all of my videos early, as well as give you a couple of other perks. But that is it from me for this project. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will wrap things up here. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.